We are thrilled to announce this round of Big Green Jumpstart grants in support of school gardens and outdoor learning. This short introduction will provide a clear understanding of how Big Green hopes these funds will support garden-based learning at your school and offer guidance for the application process. Thank you so much for your interest in this new opportunity for school gardens. In this brief presentation, we'll cover a bit of background on Big Green and the Jumpstart grant. We'll guide you through the application and granting process, highlighting resources we've designed to help support you along the way. Here at Big Green, we believe that growing food changes lives. Since 2011, we've been building school gardens and teaching people to grow food. Growing food improves nutrition security, mental health and healing, increases time spent outdoors, and cultivates a deeper connection to our collective impact on each other and the environment. We now support schools, families, and communities to grow their own food, utilizing training materials and grants directly to schools to build and sustain school garden programs. Let's take a minute now to look at the purpose of the Jumpstart grant, how we're prioritizing the awardees selected to receive the grant, and basic criteria for who is eligible to apply. With this Jumpstart grant, we're focused on increasing outdoor education and more specifically on school gardens. In addition to the $2,000 grant, we'll be providing self-paced online learning modules and teaching resources to help support outdoor learning and school gardening. We're also creating online opportunities to collaborate and network with each other, participating teachers in this program, and local partners. With these funds, you can choose to build new garden spaces, or you can use these funds to sustain and augment existing school gardens. This round of grants will be available to schools in the Greater Austin area that meet the grant requirements. We will prioritize our selection of awardees based on the intended impacts on school garden-based learning detailed in your application. We're also looking at demonstrated need to ensure equity is centered in our grant making. Schools demonstrating 65% FRL or another similar metric expressing the financial need of the student population you serve will be prioritized. There are some basic criteria we'd like applicants to be aware of as they plan to use Jumpstart funds. First, we want to encourage folks who have current plans to expand outdoor learning to apply. We are optimistic that future rounds of Jumpstart will be made available for future projects, but this round of funding is meant to be put into action within the next year. Big Green granted dollars cannot be used for religious or political purposes, and only schools with 501c3 status or schools working with a 501c3 nonprofit to support the grant-making accounting are able to receive funds from Big Green. Now let's look at the application to help you prepare and gather the required information to apply. We have 2 documents that will help answer questions and share this opportunity with all the stakeholders at your school. Please use the links below to view and download the overview and FAQ documents to help you build the needed support from your team. We know it takes some time to collect all the required information for the application, but the online form cannot be saved. It must be completed in one session. So, we've completed a template that you can copy and use to draft your responses. Once completed, we recommend you then copy and paste your draft into the online application form ahead of the deadline on March 11th. The link to the Google Doc and a PDF version are below. We are very interested to learn about your work to drive garden-based and outdoor learning at your school. Please tell us in detail what you have done in the past and your vision for work this year to support school garden learning. Upload photos of your garden, outdoor classroom, and other key images to help paint the picture of your vision in support of your grant application. In the application process, we need to ensure that correct people are looped into our communications to support fund disbursement, facilitate spending, and support problem-solving any issues that may arise in successfully completing the grant requirements. If you'll be working with a partner nonprofit organization to support the financial management of the grant, their contact information is also required. Please remember, once started, the application cannot be saved to complete at a later time, so collect all needed information prior to filling out the official application form. Again, those templates are found below. To issue the funds we distribute to Jumpstart awardees, make it to the people and accounts where they need to be. There's some key accounting information that's needed on the application. You will likely need to work with your principal, district finance officer, or grant manager to make sure we have the correct information to issue and accurately deliver funds to your school. Their contact information is required, as well as the information of any nonprofit partners supporting the financial management of the Jumpstart funds. If there are multiple schools applying from the same district, Big Green will follow up to coordinate the efforts across the entire district after the application closes on March 11th. We're doing that to ensure the smoothest possible delivery of funds and coordination across all schools in your district. Some critical information is also needed on the application for us as the grantor to ensure our nonprofit status is not jeopardized and to make sure the funds can efficiently go to where they need to be. The EIN, or Employee Identification Number, is a 9-digit number issued by the IRS to employers. You can find it on many IRS documents for your schools, such as a W-9. Your school or district financial officer can support you to find the correct EIN for the application. Another important piece of accounting information that's needed is your stated preference to receive a check in the mail or a direct deposit via ACH, and the information associated with that method that you choose to receive the awarded funds. If you'd like to receive a check, we're asking applicants to name the person and address that should appear on the envelope to make sure it gets to the right person who can cash it and communicate with everyone on the grants team. If you prefer to receive funds via direct deposit, you will need to work with your school or district financial manager to list the correct bank account where the funds will be deposited. It will be their role to use internal accounting practices to make sure funds are where they need to be so you can spend them. The same applies if you're working with a nonprofit partner. You'll need their correct account information on the application to ensure dollars get where they need to be. It is important to note, if incorrect information is provided to Big Green on the application that results in funds being dispersed to the wrong address or account, we will not be able to issue multiple payments for lost funds. Please double and triple check all contact and accounting information on the application prior to submitting it. Thank you again so much for your interest in this school garden funding opportunity. We're excited to learn about your vision and plans for your school garden, and we are here for you as you continue to lead this critical work at your school. If you need additional support, please use the help desk link on this page.